This is the most difficult action game in the world. It is full of infinite challenges and traps, made for only the most experienced gamers, called the Cat the Gato Brothers. If you think you have what it takes to give it a try, but please don't break your phone or PCs. How many lives will you lose before clearing all the levels? There's only one way to find out. So you control a little cat inspired to a popular Japanese emoji. Your task is to save the world from the troll chicken, who has turned the world's inhabitants evil. There are a lot of traps placed in places you wouldn't expect. You will fail a lot, but finally clearing a level feels so good. The gameplay is in the style of old platformers, but a lot more coordination is required, and the jumps need to be perfectly timed. If you played other Rage games, you should be just fine. Cybernation, or the company of the game, is a 2D Japanese freeware video game released in 2007. The game contains elements parodying the classic video games such as Mario, and is known for its high level of difficulty and unpredictable traps. Cybernaction was created by a Japanese developer named Chiku over the course of 3 days in February of 2007. The game was inspired by a flash game titled The Big Adventure of a Dead End Life, Jinsei Owata no Daiboken in Japanese, which was often played by members on the text board 2chan. Cat Meikyochu is a modern remake of the classic game for mobile devices, so that it can be played for many more years by the fans of this game, or more or less. So, did I finish the game? No. I rage quit, and it's just a waste of time. I am very enraged right now. Uh, very.
So, Cloud, you were a soldier first class, right?
Yeah.
Weird.
Really? What's weird about it?
Nothing. Just that you were the same rank.
Huh? As who?
The first guy I ever loved.
Or Final Fantasy VII Remake is a 2020 action role-playing game developed and published by Square Enix. It's the first in a planned trilogy of games remaking the 1997 PlayStation game Final Fantasy VII. Set in the dystopian cyberpunk metropolis of Midgar, players control the mercenary cloud Strife, the main protagonist. He joins Avalanche, an eco-terrorist group trying to stop the most powerful megacorporation, Shinra, from using the planet's life essence as an energy source. The gameplay combines real-time action with strategic and role-playing elements. So, the gameplay is, it covers the first section of the original game, set in Midgar. Players control Cloud Strife, a former Shinra soldier turned mercenary who joins the eco-terrorists group Avalanche to fight the Shinra Corporation, who have been draining the planet's life energy. Every element has been remained, using real-time polygonal graphics as opposed to the pre-rendered environments of the original. The story includes major expansions to character development and some notable plot additions. Exploration and battle mechanics both take place in real time, like Final Fantasy XV. The game features an altered active time battle, or ATB in short, system from the original which gradually fills up slowly or can fill faster with attacks. Once it is filled, the player can halt the action and use special abilities such as magic, items, and special moves. The player can assign these special abilities to cut shortcuts buttons, or allowing them to play in real time without pausing. Each special ability uses up a segment of the ATB bar. The player can switch between party members at any time during battle. Each party member has their own individual skills, such as Cloud's close quarters, melee attacks, and Barret's long-range distance attacks. Players are able to use magic and summons of large creatures and the limit break gauge allows characters to perform more powerful attacks once charged, while the game has more real-time elements, strategic elements still remaining, such as selecting weapons and magic for each character to wield. So the game is kinda neat though, but it's not the whole game. It's just the first chapter of the story. And yet the gameplay is sure a huge major improvement or development, but in the previous one in the PlayStation 1 era, it's in a polygonal mode, so the characters are kinda high quality now. So I think that's it by the way. The gameplay is neat, it's smooth, and character designs are great. But the story, it's okay. You're gonna enjoy it though. So in this gameplay though, in this chapter, you get to play as Cloud with his friends Tifa and Aerith. One is a fighter, one is a magician, one is a sorcerer pa. And in this gameplay, it's kind of hard though when flipping the commands and switching characters. But it has the real-time experience, so it sometimes slows down when you want to switch or try to cast a spell or a magic. And in throughout the gameplay, it's yeah, it has a difficulty like easy, classic mode, or any of it. So I just chose the normal one. So it's balanced. Yet I was new in here last year. I tried to bought the game and it was very clever to see a remake. And it did justice by the way on the remake as well. And overall the game was pretty neat. And I think that's all for today. And you can watch the rest of the gameplay. Thanks.